Okay, so we got a matchup here against Sengoku Daimyo. I'm KT as usual. This was a cross-network game, although both of us were actually Xbox players. He had a mouse, I'm playing on controller. Both in Platinum League, both Platinum 1 in fact. It says Platinum 2 for me there, and that's because this game, this win I should say, got me into the Platinum 2. You can see on the left, it says new rank badge. So let's look at the XP. Top of the banners, you can see we were very evenly matched. So I had 141, he had 143. So yeah, very evenly matched game. Let's go over to the replay now. Standard opening for me, I don't know too much about this Civ. I did play them recently and I casted that game. Learned a little bit about the Yatai mechanic, but yeah, still didn't really gather too much information. So for this one I decided to go with my kind of standard go-to build. So first 6 villagers go onto the sheep, and then we've got first villager's gonna go out, build a house, queue up mining camp, and then the second villager that pops out will be running over to the mining camp. So they'll finish that up together and then jump over onto gold, and then TC is going to be rallied over to sheep from there until we get the age up. Let's go and have a look at what the scout's doing. So yeah, I'm going on the east side of the map. His scout is on the west. So I just learned today that if you want to follow any unit when you're using the keyboard and mouse, it's F5. So I just clicked on his scout and pressed S5, and I think you saw earlier on, if I press H to bring me home, when the villagers are moving, you can do the same thing and it will kind of follow them as they're walking. Obviously they're not going anywhere now, but that was a nice little thing to learn. So F5 and then you follow. So nice and smooth. You can click off to get rid of the information on the screen there. So M will enlarge the mini map, and then again you can see my scout going around the back of his base there. That's not really to look at anything, because I know at this stage we're still quite early in the game, only 2 minutes. It's not really going to be much to see, but I did actually grab a sheep from behind, and I've got an 8 there, and I think we're pretty even on the sheep, and he's got 9. So yeah, not much to talk about in this opening. As I said, mine's really straightforward. I'm just rallying until I get enough. Almost had it there. Extra villager popped out, so I need to get 400. He is on food. He's got his berries, and he's got this Matsuri, which produces the Yatai. So there's my age up going in. Principality of Antioch. Melee units gain 15% damage. So I'm straight away going to be putting down a barracks, which is going to give me spears and the option of sergeants. Both of them are melee units, so get the plus 15%. And my kind of aim, or my idea I should say, or my plan in fact, is going to be to put a stable down and get horsemen. So all of those units are going to get that, they're going to benefit from that plus 15%. And I'm planning to go into oftentimes I go into Angevin, which will give me the heavy spears, so they're going to get the 15 as well. And then I'd go into either a Teutonic Order or Kingdom of Poland, which will be the Slacked Cavalry. So all of those units are just going to benefit from this additional 15%. For this game, because of the map, I am planning to go with the Kingdom of Castile. And the reason for that is because we only have one sacred site. Okay, so, and I mean, the map's called King of the Hill, right? So this central location here, you know, has a lot of resources and one sacred site. So, you know, sacred site victory, highly probable. So Kingdom of Castile turns this into a healing source. It's not that fast, it's not mega fast, but you know, in between fights, it's gonna do good work. And the main reason I'm going for it though is for the plus 20% attack you get around this site. So that's huge, right? That is massive. His scouts going around the back of my base. His yatais are on the deer over here and the boar down here. So he's going to have some good food income. He's got berries at the back. And he's still on his sheep as well. So he's got a lot of villagers on sheep. On food, I should say. So he's going up with this Coca Township. Right, so he's got the ability to scout a target area in the map. Spawn a shinobi and ambush buildings near the stealth forest. I don't know if he uses that. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, if I'm honest, but I don't really know too much about it, as I say. So let's just quickly have a look at the. So I'm getting units out. I don't think he's. I mean, he's got. Okay, there's his archery range going down. Okay, he's putting down an outpost. Okay, because he knows KT and he knows there's one sacred site as well. So if he can handicap me with that early in the game, then you know that's going to be a big win for him. So anyway, I'm down here. I see the yatai, so I'm going to call over my spears. And as they run past, let's just get rid of this for the minute. As they run past, they're going to see that outpost. Villagers, I've got villagers on the deer out here, and I've got the survival techniques going in. I don't think. I wasn't expecting early aggression from him, so I don't think I needed to put this outpost down, but I want to creep towards this sacred site, so that's why I thought I'd do it, and I might put a second one here and move forward. So yeah, there's my spears going over. It works out in his favour that he put down an archery range. He did see, in fact, when his scout went in the back, he saw the barracks. But like I said, my intention is to get, there you go, a stable down as well. So I've got one sergeant, but I'm looking to get horsemen on the field. So yeah, I've got a retreat now with the archers. And yeah, my concern is really this here. Like, I'm not going to worry now about any kind of raid in, trying to come down the flanks or whatnot. My aim is to get my horsemen and build up enough numbers, maybe go into rams, possibly, we'll see. But yeah, I definitely want to make sure I'm going to have access to this for my pilgrims. He actually comes and builds another, as we can see here. What's this guy? Oh, there's a scout. 3 villagers, so they're going to come and drop down another outpost. So he's invested in this. I mean, it's a smart move. There's no real aggression from either player. I had that little poke. He looks to be going quite defensive. He's putting in a wall over here, so he's going to secure his deer. He's going to put a wall in over here later, secure his boar and the berries. I will wall up eventually, but as I said, my intention now is just to kind of deal with this area over here. So yeah, let's get the army value up again. So as you can see, I'm starting to build a little bit of an army. Got the 2 outposts, just in case there's any kind of invasion. By the way, spacebar, whatever you click on, the spacebar will toggle it. So if I was on Fog of War, and then I can use spacebar to toggle it. So I was on the army value here, and you can change that so we can look at so income per minute. I'm doing pretty good on food now that I'm on deer. Not bad. He's going to go 2 TC in this game, which will be interesting. So yeah, we've got strategies kind of playing out. So yeah, send my scout to go and have a look, and I see the 2 towers. He's bringing his archers forward, and I think unfortunately I lose maybe 2 vills. So let's have a look what he sees. So he comes over. So I guess, yeah, I wouldn't really call it aggression, but he has a little bit of a poke. And yeah, so he can see these villagers, isn't it? So he comes over, and I'm just really slow to react. So he gets 1, he gets 2, so really unfortunate for me. But then, yeah, I think he realizes at this stage, you know, he's got to switch up his army comp. In fact, this mistake really works out in my favor, because then I obviously come forward. I'm able to take out his army, so we're looking at 1600 to 1100. So I can take out the army because I've got a better army composition. As I said, it was my plan as well to go spears and horsemen. So as I'm over here, I chase him back, and I decide to take out this Yatai. Get a bit of value from it. And I mean, looking at the replay, I could have gone in here, I could have taken out this tower, I could have harassed these villagers off on gold. But for my mindset here is I need to just take care of this here in the center. So, you know, I've got choices I can't see. Let me quickly go back over to my side. You know, I could see the tower there. I don't know if he's got some other army, you know, how quickly he's going to replenish. So I'm like, you know what, let me just make the call. I'm going to bring my guys back and just deal with these. Let's have a quick look at the army value. So he lost quite a lot. Anyway, I was able to actually build my army value. So this kind of exchange worked in my favor. Okay, I was able to take out those towers. I took out some of his units. He got 2 veil kills. So military statistics, he lost 2 of his units. So not that many, in fact. Hang on a second. No, sorry. He lost 2 outposts. But he lost 11 units versus my 6. So +5 in my favor, plus these 2. So 5 units, 2 outposts. He got 2 villages. So, you know, it's unfortunate that he got the 2 villages because, you know, that's how it goes, man. We're not in the pro leagues just yet. This is platinum, so it's bound to happen. Right. So now I'm rallying my so CC rallying to wood. That's what I love about KT. You can just set it to wood, and every time you need to grab villages and move them, you come back to your wood line and do that. So yeah, rally point for my units is going to be here. He queues up 2 more. I didn't see that. He queues up 2 more outposts, but you know let's look at the army value. He might have thought I've gone back to my base, but no, sir. You know, this has been my plan from the beginning, and I'm taking over here. So as soon as this is secured, then I'm going to queue up my first pilgrim, safe passage, and I think I'm walling off. Yeah, there you go. So walls just to kind of not have to worry about any kind of incoming raids. So there you go. He comes forward and realizes that it's not going to happen. So he cancels those outposts, and I guess from this point on we're kind of concentrating. He's going to concentrate in his base. Let's see what he's got going on. Just 2 archer ranges, barracks. So double barracks, double archery range, Daimyo estate. What's going on there in the middle? Little clash. Okay, yes, I think I take out. No, maybe I don't. Okay, so I retreat back. I'm actually cool. You know, I'm cool to just. Okay, there you go. That's why I came back, because I'm putting my fortress, and that's big for me. Too many villagers to go on gold. That was a mistake. I did that because. So I'm bringing them back because I want to use this, right? That's technically 15 archers. So I was making rams because I wasn't too sure how, you know, much of his army he had replenished. So really, now that I saw that pushback, especially with his melee units, these Kanobo samurai, I should have just cancelled these rams. You know, it wasn't going to work out. And I should have also, I think I did move. No, I didn't. That's 18 villagers on gold there. It didn't need to happen. So with this map, there's no wood in the center on this hill. So obviously the wood is all the way was on the edges. You do get a couple of small little patches. So I got one here. But really what I should have done was, I mean, I got these guys garrisoned because all I did was I grabbed the villagers and pressed Y. So some jumped in there and some jumped in there. I get them out now, and I'm actually going to build farms around this mill and leave a few on gold. So if I need to grab some and bring them into the fortress, they're there. I don't want to send them all the way back to the wood line here. I want to have villas close by as well to start building. That's like siege workshop. I want to build a monastery to get my monk and claim this sacred site. So yeah, at the moment, let's have a quick look at army value. So I'm ahead, and obviously this is secure because he can't come in here really because of the fortress. And I've got the villagers to jump in. You know, probably going to be putting in a spring horde once I get to castle. We're both age 2 at the moment. So yeah, I've dumped a lot of guys on food. So I'm on the berries there. The deers run out, so yeah, farms have to come in. And yeah, I think for me these farming transition makes sense. Small one, just so I can keep the villagers near me. And you know, they're not, I didn't need gold. Look how much I got. I've got none on gold at the moment because I got 1400 gold. I need food because I want to get to castle. And as I said, I'm going to go in with Kingdom of Castile. So now I'm going to get an extra 20% attack. And I'm going to get, so I've got Desert Citadel on this, so improves the range nearby by 15% and the armor by +1/+1. So that's great. I'm going to get crossbows later, but at the moment it's still horsemen, which I'm pretty sure I've upgraded, and archers. In the end, I didn't really go with that many spears because he had so many archers. So I'm putting in wheelbarrow, I'm putting in horticulture because I need that food. Did the upgrade go in? Yeah, there you go. Kingdom of Castile, units near sacred sites gain 20% damage and regenerate health. That's huge, that's massive. So although this guy knows about KT in terms of the pilgrim mechanic and whatnot, I'm not sure if everyone knows. You know, at Platinum you don't know every civ, right? I don't know too much about his civ, so he probably doesn't know too much about mine. And even KT guys, they don't really use this age up a lot. Full disclosure, I kind of learnt this off Corvinus 1. And he was using it on Relic River where, you know, the sacred sites are really spread out, but his micro is phenomenal. So he was able to use the Schlachter Cavalleria and just, you know, move around and take fights around the sacred sites because it forces your opponent to come and approach you there. So I'll send the scout just to have a little look, see what he's dealing with. So he's got these samurai, heavy melee infantry. He's got these Yumi, which are like cheap kind of ranged infantry. So I think, yeah, as I said, I'm bringing in, so ranged one, sorry, +1, I'm going in for the ranged armor there. I'm bringing in a couple of crossbows to deal with his heavy units, and sergeants, because again they're melee, they do melee damage, and I wanted, you know, have that as we saw here, you get an extra 15% for ranged, improves the range. So those sergeants are going to be nice. And I'm going to bring in Springles later on as well. These rams are kind of pointless in the end, but they can tank. You know, if he A moves, then they're going to do a nice little tank for me. Let's have a quick look at the bases. So he's going out. What's he doing? Okay, he's planning a little. He's going to plan a little raid here. Whoops. So let's have a look at where these guys are going. So they're going to come on the flank, and that was, you know, well played on his behalf, because you know, at this stage where we've got a little bit of standoff going on in the center, it makes sense to play on the flanks. And these guys, Yeah, these mounted samurais are tough. They're really tough. Heavy armor, strong melee. So he's going to come, obviously I've walled off, but he's going to, you know, chew through that. But the walls there are not to prevent it, they're really to give me time. So if I need to get down there, which I will. I'm not sure why I haven't got my... Oh, I haven't got any gold, that's why. I need my monk to get over here as ASAP. Once I've, you know, secured this, then I can look at getting relics. Okay, so he's in his base doing some stuff. What is he doing? Well, he's made a second town centre. Let's just quickly pause it. Have a look at the stats. So army value, he's ahead now. He's ahead. Eco, so I've got 52 eco, 37 military, 52 37 to 76 44. Wow. Okay, so you know he's been able to really surge in terms of eco and military, so he's in the lead. Wow, he's in the lead, man. So in this respect, you know, in terms of the maths, he's ahead. But in terms of the strategy, look, Sanctuary's coming in, Monk's gonna claim that sacred site, archers are going to veterancy, horsemen, because I've got a lot of them, and I'm bringing in crossbowmen, and as I said, springles. So I'm okay with this little raid over here, because I know I can deal with it. I know that it's not going to be too hard for me to get down here. It'll take too long. You know, it does cause a little bit of disruption for me, but I deal with it in the end. So another archery range going down here, archery range over here, siege workshop. I made a mistake by bringing my whole army because it shows the battering rams as well, so they moved at the speed of the rams. So in the end, you know, lots going on. I'm walling off the other two entry points, so I do notice this, and I send the rams back. I think I do. I pull back the crossbows because they were kind of on their own, and yeah, he gets a couple of villagers. Well, he gets one vill down, and then he runs away. So he's kind of succeeded. I didn't really get much idle time. He got a vill kill. So I'm putting down a fortress in the base. So if that happens again, I don't have to bring my army, because he could try and kind of, you know, provoke a reaction. And you know, I've got to leave my siege there, so I come down and he could do a forward push and take out my treb. So he's got his first treb out. I'm sure I should have queued one up. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing, why I haven't got one out. But anyway, I'm going to bring my army back up. And so I've put this down. So if that raid happens again, which it does, I just ring the bell or grab these villagers, press Y, they're going to jump in. And you know, if I have to ring the town centre bell as well, then he's just running around aimlessly, because he's going to be taking TC fire and fire from this fortress. Okay, so he does come back. Look, I've repaired the wall, but he comes back, and that's good play. You know, he's harassing me. He's you know, massing his army here, and I think this time around I don't make the mistake of sending the rams. In fact, I don't think I send anything. I think I just, you know, make sure I've got the fortress down, and I'm just going to, you know, stash those villagers in there and let them take the fire. So 57 and 58, 84, 71. He's way ahead. He's way ahead, man. But you see that the strategy plays out. So let's see. Am I late here? So okay, lose one vill, but look, heavy TC fire. I mean, they are heavily armored, but okay, they're going to run around a little bit. I haven't got that many on the back line because I moved them to the kind of front, to the middle here, because I want them near my... so, I mean, he's taking out houses. So what I decide to do while he's doing that is push him. Because if he's going to split his army like that, okay, cool. I am going to use my entire army to go and take out this and take out his trebs. So I think he realises, you know, getting a couple of vill kills, burning down a couple of houses while your whole army is getting murked, it's not really worth it, is it? So I think he calls them back in the end. But yeah, so I've got Templar brothers coming through, Springboards. So he's got these gunpowder units, I think they are. High damage, yeah. So he's got range. So I managed to finish those guys off, and look, so he's pulling his horsemen, but they're going to get kind of trapped in a sense because he's running down the middle. I think I'll grab these villagers and put them in the TC because I see him coming. So he's going to take even more fire from there. And yeah, they just got caught slipping really because they didn't really do too much damage. You know, when they do arrive, his army's kind of pretty much. He gets one treb, but look, the springboards are going to really do damage on them. So by the time they arrive, they're DOA. So there you go. So I've wiped out, let's see, most of his army. So I'm like 6,500 to 2,000, 246. So it's a 3-to-1. So again, I'm not looking to go crazy and push in. I could have finished these guys off, could have taken out that tower. But my strategy is, look, I've claimed the sacred site. Yeah, my strategy, and this is the healing source as well, by the way, although my units here are fully tanked up. I'm blessed. I'm putting in, so counterweight trebuchet, 2 more springboards to deal with those mounted samurais. I think they've got like the kind of foot soldier samurais as well, and those guys are like beasts as well. They kind of like remind me of the Teutonic Order. So he's putting going some gold out here, which I didn't see before, but I mean, this gold's gonna run out. Yeah, 168 in there, so he's got this gold as well. So there you go. So he's moving out on the gold. I'm putting down a what is this? He's got a scout right there. So I'm putting a stone wall, and I'm doing the same thing here, stone wall. I could have gone a little bit further out and got the berries, but I just wanted to just get on this stone. I just wanted to get on I got these berries over here, in fact. So, and look, this gold still got a lot in there because, you know, I've got the sacred site. I don't think I put in the golds. I can't remember what it's called, where you increase your, you know, I would have got a lot of gold there because it would have increased the gold income from the relics and also from the you know, having capped the sacred site. I'm not sure if okay, so relics are, I can't see any relics on the map. I'm sure I grabbed one. No, I didn't grab any. Screw it. So he got all the relics. In fact, let's have a look. You can have a look at, what is it, religious statistics. So he got 3, and I did get 1. I'm not sure where it is. I think it's down. Oh, it's down here. So yeah, I end up going to get it later. But it says I've got another one, which I'm sure I claimed this one. Maybe my monk's on the move with it now. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's not in. Oh, there it is. It's in there. So he must have just been collecting it. So okay, what am I doing with these guys? I see this gold going on, so I'm gonna try and take that out. I think I send the monk down to get this relic over here. Yep, there he is. I'm on food. I've got fertilization coming in. I've got upgrades coming in, springboards and crossbowmen to deal with the heavy melee units. And yeah, I just got good food income. My gold's gonna get ramped up because I got this one in my base as well. So now it's just a matter of time. I can't see on the replay what, you know, how long I've got on this sacred site victory, but let's look at the army value. 1100 to his 800, and his eco is probably going to be sick right about now. So I've got 66 workers, 59 military. He's got 100, wowzers, and only 36. So he lost out on those fights. Okay, and so this is the way this game's going. You know, even though he had, let me just keep it running. He had a higher army value. I had the better army composition, and I think I had a better what can I say, like a protocol for, you know, when he comes through. So now he's going to attack, and let's have a quick look. So 1100 and 800. Okay, these guys aren't going to last. So he wants to take out the siege at the back. in doing so, he's just murked himself. Look, I've got 9 villagers in there as well. He doesn't really achieve anything. You know, even though those guys are really tanky, they should be, you know, on the battlefield, because now he's lost all of his units, and he's going to lose these siege as well. So I come back, get some healing. But yeah, this is pretty much, yeah, you can see on the timeline, it's going to pretty much end here. So I'm going to take out these. I'm honest, he didn't do a good job. He should have, you know, had his army lined up here, started his trebs onto my fortresses, and made me come forward. Okay, but that wouldn't have been a problem because I built my fortress back enough so that if I'm fighting trebuchets here, I'm still gonna get the plus 20%. So I get these guys, see them trying to come and run round. So look, I've got another fortress here, just to kind of avoid the flanks. I don't know what he's doing trying to take it out. I haven't got boiling oil at this stage, but he's just, yeah, a little bit, I don't know, like he's in a bit of disarray at this stage. You know, he's splitting his army up. He's taking heavy losses. I'm just, you know, quite calmly, as I was doing, sticking to my game plan. You know, that's what you got to do. You know, I've watched UFC the other day, and you know, you often see fighters kind of, you know, throw the game plan out the window and just get into a brawl and that. But then when they go back to the corner, the coaches are reminding them, look, you know, we've got a game plan. We've got to stick to the game plan. And it's, I think, you know, Volkanovski said it in his interview afterwards. It's, you know, the best fighters, the upper echelon, like the truly elite champions, are the ones that can, you know, make the on the fly, in fact, to quote exactly what he said, decisions. You know, and it's the same thing with this game. We're making in-game, real-time, strategic decisions, and whoever can do that at a high level are going to come away with the win in the long run. This is a 30-minute game, so, you know, there's so many variables. We've had ample opportunities to do different things, and react in different ways. And look, I'm calm. I'm just sitting here, sitting pretty, just chilling. Look, again, villagers in there. So he's taking TC fire from the fortress. He's got siege units. He's got Templar brothers. I've got a good mixture of ranged units, from sergeants to archers to crossbows. Not that many spears, because I knew he would be pumping so many of those Yumis. But I didn't really need him because I knew he would have to run in towards me. And look at the healing, bro. The healing is just it's so great to see that, man. These guys are glowing. They're just glowing. And this is pretty much it at this stage. GG went in. I think I actually sent him the GG early. A little bit cocky. But as you can see, the red attack rally point forward. Yeah. And I got the Sacred Site victory there. Okay, let's have a quick look at the timeline. Pretty even up until about a 12-minute mark here. I'm guessing that's going to be his villager count. Yep, there you go. He's going to start pulling away because he went to town centres. Military, he overtakes. So with his eco advantage, he's going to put that into his military, and I keep up with him. But look at this, man. When the fight happens, he's got 70 units and he goes down to like 10. That's a mad thing. I'm on like 55, got up to 35. So I lost 20, he lost 60. It's crazy. And yeah, replenishes, but comes back again. He lost double the amount, comes back again and lost everything. My strategy paid off in the long run. Very, very close. Look at that, guys. I won with total score, but literally only by like 60 odd. You know, military obviously I won, but economy he won. Technology we were very, very similar, again by like 30. Let's have a look at technology, in fact. So research count both 20% each. There's a glitch here. Age up times very similar. Society, he's going to have villager high. Look at 108 to my 79. Relics 3 to 2. I'm not too worried about that, obviously, because gold income for KT is great in the end game. Villager Idol, that's not a good number for me. I think that's his little raise he did. So that kind of paid off for him. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's GG for sure. Really good game. Both Platinum 1. I'm now in Platinum 2. Hopefully you guys learned something from it. Leave a comment if you've got any questions. Good to get a conversation going with Xbox and KT players. But I'll wrap it up there, and I'll see you again soon. Take it easy.